None are better at searching.
The airlock is sealed. This isn't right. You distinctly remember never activating the seal on your way through. I know I am about to state the obvious, but I will state it anyway. There's something off about this. Something very off. Open the airlock, Pascal. The control panel is being uncooperative. You know enough about the machine spirit behavior to conclude it is not malice that is making them refuse to comply, but a higher priority order they are executing. After repeating the command entry protocol 3 times with all the appropriate prayers, the tech priest says in a gloomy, raspy voice, "The machine spirit controlling the airlock is too simple and guileless to be tricked. It would be easier to deconstruct this airlock than to compel it open." This is the rogue trader speaking. We're having difficulties here. The white noise of static is all you can hear in response. Either the Vox Master cannot reply, or she is brazenly ignoring you, or comms are being jammed. None of these possibilities bode well. We'll try everything. Try to force the airlock open. The plasteel, durable enough to withstand the pressure of the interplanetary void, absorbs your hit with supreme indifference. It will take more than that to break through. So we venture forward into the intuit if they couldn't soon. Vox. Hunched over the Voxcaster, the hooded man mutters monotonously but empathetically into the machine as he rocks slightly to and fro. In the light of the distant stars of our Emperor Progenitor wanders wearily. With thoughts and visions of us, he sends us particles of his light. Through his body suffers, his mind lingers on us. Let us therefore nourish him with the light of our souls, with our prayers, with our faith. Argenta frowns. The faithful worship the Emperor under a great many names, and after a great many fashions, and yet I do not like this prayer. Observe silently. The man falls abruptly silent, as though sensing your presence. Then he says, "And here come the afflicted." With a pale hand, he throws back his hood. You see an ugly face with a flat, wide nose, disproportionately large brow ridges, irisless eyes with enormous pupils, a wide toad-like mouth, and skin that transitions to purple scales at the cheekbones. Standing before you is an abominable subhuman, a mutant. Welcome to the abode of the Nourishers. Heinrichs recoils, then grimaces and touches his temple as if pained by a headache. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Ready your weapon, Jim. Look closer at the machine man. Failed, dang. Now you know that even mutants can be pleasant looking, while others are downright freakish in appearance. The man talking to you is of the latter kind. I understand this to be a trap. Am I correct? Indeed, afflicted one. You have nowhere to run. The mutant shrieks, grinning. May the grace of our progenitor be upon you. His words are piercing, becoming a shrill echo of 100 voices? Minds? Growing ever louder, it torments your mind, and before you know it, you reach for your weapon.
The unworthy will be destroyed!
Oh, God. You hear a clanging echo growing louder in the empty modules, like hundreds of clawed limbs striking bulkheads and grabbing onto onto bars. Whoever is advancing upon you, there are a lot of them. You ought to run for your life before they trap you in this crammed box cabin. Argenta's expression brightens. Countless foes in cumbersome position. O Emperor, I thank thee for having us another chance to taste the sweetness of battle and the solemn joy of courageous deeds. Sister, I fear we are about to partake of something quite different. Or more likely, someone is about to partake of us. Make a dash for the Voxcaster and try to connect with the ship. The Vox spits out a torrent of static through which you nonetheless manage to catch fragments of words spoken by a voice not unlike that of your Voxmaster. Von Valence, command, lock. The signal is lost before you manage to say anything. Heinrich's evidently at the end of his patience growls through gritted teeth. We must get out of this trap. Plan your retreat, or we've got to go. Plan your retreat. If you had a few hours to explore the ship, you surely would have found any number of discrete shafts and unlocked modules you could have used to leave the ship. As it is, you're only aware of a single possible escape route through the airlock, back the way you came. Any other path may lead to a dead end. There's an old military adage that says, when you're already in deep trouble, don't poke around anywhere unless you know what you'll find there. I propose we get out the same way we came in. Optimal retreat route calculated. Delaying is not advised. Alright, we've got to go. Your gaze falls on a rune-covered control panel near the Vox receiver. A green lumen burns beneath the engage airlock seal switch. The switch socket is corroded and does not immediately yield to your touch, but the lumen changes color to blood red, and the whirring of deactivated airlocks rises up from the depths of the ship.
Let's seize the opportunity. For the Emperor!
My vow is to serve. Running binaric override. Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Holy crap.
Focus, Van Kellogg's. Focus.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
369 is crazy.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Rookies! Down!
Faith without deeds. I understand your intent. If I must. am not your ancestors. Guide me.
What's a run? That's where the airlock is. I guess that's where we're going.
For the throne's glory. I won't object to it.
Oh God.
But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
Descend upon the weak. I reject the very idea.
Really?
Purpose guides me.
Follow my lead.
The ruin beckons. Purpose guides me.
It will be done. My place is at the fore.
This guy already has sworn in. Oh no, not brace for impact. Oh no. I messed up.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent.
Oh God. That means we need to get the out of here, dude.
Indeed. For Conferencius! At your beck and call. I will do my duty. Victory is imminent. It will be done. A tactically sound approach. I've suffered.
the Emperor commands, I act. I move swiftly to strike.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use. For the throne's glory. Naturally. Holy terror, smite your enemies.
Sow the seeds of discord.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Oh god, it heals.
At your beck and call.
Oh, this is plastic pigment. It's good to. A small planet gently wrapped in amber forest greens you with a ruby-colored dawn. Greets you with a ruby-colored dawn. Basil von Dem Cleric, the local governor, gives the rogue trader a warm welcome. After several glasses of Damascene, the sweltering ruler asks if Jin von Valencius would like to keep him company during the upcoming hunt. Upcoming hunt, dude, I don't know. This seems like a trap. Everything's a trap in this place. Oh well. Why not? After several hours of riding the local peculiar animals, you make camp in the middle of the golden forest. Basil von Dem Cleric points at the sky. A flat disk rises over the horizon, constantly morphing its color and shape. The forest grows silent and empty. You can no longer hear the singing of birds or even the rustle of wind. The governor nods with satisfaction, and a few shapes step into the clearing. Their bodies are twisted by an unknown phenomenon, and you watch the freaks with astonishment as they begin to dance to the throaty cackling of their brethren, turning the bony growths and pulsating flesh of their scaly hands towards the unnatural thing in the sky. Ask the governor what is going on. The governor smiles coyly. You are about to see with your own eyes what is happening here. Watch in silence. The hypnotic dance seemed to continue forever. The unfortunate creatures howled, whined and convulsed, unable to tear their bleeding eyes from the celestial body. When the Pavonine disk outshone even the light of the local star, the physical shells of the things that used to be men burst, releasing beasts into this plane, plane that not even the most fluent and capable pen could describe. Basil von Dem Cleric excitedly explains that the creatures you saw are the children of the great king of distortion, It is he who is the true god and patron of these fertile grounds. Once every cycle, his chariot shines its light upon the world and bestows transformations upon his most ardent followers. The rogue trader may become one of his heralds. Heresy. The governor's head separates from his neck with a distinctive squelch. Black and brown blood seeps into the soil beneath his corpulent body and is immediately transformed into a writhing tangle of worms that burrows deep into the ground with unnatural speed. You return to the ship pondering what to do with the world and, more importantly, what to do with the King of Distortion. Order that the crew chart a course to the anomaly known as the King of Distortion. All heretical threats must be eliminated. The senior officers observe suspicious activity emanating from the twisted celestial body at the heart of the system. The chaplain advises you to get ready for a potential encounter with the spawn of the archenemy, so it may be wise to reconsider unless you have holy relics, sacred wards, or blessed effigies of the Emperor. Aflame with plethora of colors, the distorted celestial disk trembles slightly beyond the endless windows on the captain's bridge as a rogue trader's ship approaches its center. An otherworldly voice, cold and enveloping, enters your mind. What could this puny wretch possibly offer a king? The officers on the bridge look around perplexed. Their eyes are full of terror and confusion. Many clutch their heads and let out a long howls of pain. Some empty their stomachs, but most pale and exhausted though they are, have joined the Lord Captain in resisting the entity's influence. Command the entity to release the minds of the Amber Worlders from its grips. The king mocking laughter rings in your ears, and a deep red trickle runs slowly from your nose and over your lips, leaving the aftertaste of salt and metal. Order a ship-wide 1,000-voice prayer service over holy relics for the protection of the Amber World, the Imperium, and your own souls. Oh. Deafening gong strikes are heard across hundreds of decks. Your eyes are misted with red and your gums bleed as your subjects fall to their knees all at once. In a shared prayer to the God Emperor, the holy relics from the ship's temples melt from your ardor of your speech, and the entity screams and writhes inside your brain, struggling to break out. Many drop dead during the first minutes of the prayer, unable to resist the corruption. However, others immediately take their place, unfazed by the sight of their fellows turning to dust in seconds. Then, a nauseating stench engulfs the ship's decks like a wave, causing people to retch forth their innards. Finally, every deck is plunged into darkness. Ghosts of the past walk among the living, stealing breath from those weak of spirit, and still the prayer is not extinguished. It is hard to tell if the prayer service has lasted several hours or several days. At some point, you feel your very essence overflow with heat and power, and then the intruding will falters. The distorted disk vanishes from the void ship's augers as if it had never been there, and at long last everything is quiet. As everyone slowly recovers from what just happened, reports begin to come in to the captain's bridge. You've lost a third of your crew in the unequal fight, and the fortunate survivors are going to take quite some time to come around. All hail the rogue trader. The golden forests of the amber world look enchanting, even from orbit. I want to cleanse the world of heresy. Proclaim yourself the sovereign of Amber World. From that moment, the world belonged to the rogue trader alone. Your people eradicated the settlement's housing and the unclean followers of the profane cult. The corruption instilled by the King of Distortion loosened its grip, and the states of Amberworld can breathe a sigh of relief thanks to the efforts of their new ruler. Yet malicious servants of the archenemy still lurk in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to wrap the planet in a web of heresy. Evil does not simply disappear without a trace. An unidentified object has been located in the system. The artifact reacts to our transmissions by releasing unknown radiation, most likely of xeno origin. The cogs are reporting. If you want to get closer, look, we need to close the distance between the vessel and the object. I think I do need more Prometheus. At first it looked like the snowy and desolate planet was devoid of surprises, but the yellow and orange flickering of the lumens and the notifications from the auger system informed the officers there was a small colony that survived in spite of the harsh climatic conditions. All attempts to hail the colony have failed. I need to stop sending people in to their deaths, but send out a scouting party. The explorers report the dismal conditions of the settlement and its inhabitants. Their skin is translucent and pale, their icy blue eyes see particularly no color, their language is rough and guttural, and their stomachs cannot tolerate anything except a stew made from local roots and mosses. And yet they are subjects of the Imperium, still loyal to the Emperor. They have mistaken your people for his emissaries. Find out what happened to the world. The local elders woefully reminisced about times long gone. Most of them were still sheltered in their mothers' wombs when the snow first settled on the verdant fields. Hail ruined the crops, and frost hardened the soil. Plants and large beasts that could not sustain themselves were the first to go. They were soon followed by birds and other animals. Most people in large cities perished, unable to warm themselves and their families. They say the governor and his entourage left the world in the first days of winter, taking all the provisions and fuel with them. No one responded to the pleas from this dying world. The stars remained deaf to the messages transmitted by the planet's Vox stations. These abandoned subjects of the Imperium still managed to save the machines and other valuables, but they were of little use without a supply of promethium. And yet those who survived eventually adapted to the tribulations that the God Emperor had bestowed upon them. Oh, I'm just losing some fuel. Give the unfortunate people a gift of promethium and send tech priests to perform the rites of the generator maintenance. When the maw of the first generator belched forth a furious roar and black ash started falling from the sky instead of snow, the locals laughed and danced, trying to warm their limbs after decades of cold. They called down blessings upon their unseen savior, a rogue trader from the Von Valentius dynasty, and thanked the God Emperor for the fortuitous encounter. Oh dang, I got some. What is this? Oh, just melee weaponry. Kits. Ooh, mechanized creations. I did need some of these. The explorer's departure was accompanied accompanied by scouts of grateful approval, not to mention their many parting gifts. Xenos. Look out. Bridge, we have an unknown object dead ahead, not an asteroid, clearly artificial in nature, but it's larger than Footfall Station. Bridge, copy that. Report relayed to officer on duty and pilots. Look out. Expect visuals soon. Bridge, we have the visual. What the? Incoherent whispering. Bridge, look out. This is the Voxmaster. I'm adding the pilot's senior officers and the Lord Captain to this channel. His Lordship wishes to assume personal command. Look out. Lord Captain, we have requested intel on the object from the Augur array module, awaiting their response. Lord Captain on the line. No need to engage the augurs. I know what it is. It's called a webway gate. Officer Station. Van Kalex here. What we see before us is a webway gate, an artifact that Xenos used to get their sorceress realm, so to speak. It allows the Eldari to get around the sector quickly and serves as their hideout for their most unpleasant tribe, the Drukhari, whom we have already met. Officer Station. Eerily here, this gate is just like the one you saw on the Lelathan. The children of Ashurian wander the void through such constructs. Erect in ancient times, any ship that passes through such a portal will enter a tangle of paths fathomable not to none but my kin. Is there an augur report? Bridge. According to available data, the object consists of an unknown material foreign to the Imperium. We are registering an unknown class of energy profile. The engineers are at a loss about how this technology works exactly, but they did specify that the energometry suggests that the system is holding an active charge. The object appears ready to do whatever it's designed to do. What is the senior officer's take on this? Officer Station. Ben Kalex here. What we see before us is a webway gate, an artifact that Xenos used to get their source. Oh, I already. Can we activate this device somehow? Requesting response from the engineering bridge. Apologies, Lord Captain. The tech priests have refused even to consider such a possibility. It would be a violation of the young Messiah's tenets and an extremely dangerous undertaking. Perhaps a certain companion of yours could... Officer Station. Even if I knew the secret of this gate, I would never surrender it to the Monkey. The webway is our kin's sacred refuge and a deadly trap to those such as you, Elentok. Enough mysteries. We're changing course and moving out. Yes, Lord Captain. Maneuver engines. Changing course. Bridge. Urgent report from the engineers on the auger deck. Detecting an energy spike of an unknown nature. Cogitator network overload. Peripheral systems offline. Confirming visual changes. The gate. What is that? Ow. Lord Captain, we are detecting activity near the object. Observations indicate that the signatures are very similar to ships. Lord Captain, Xenos ships. Dude, this game has taught me one thing. This world is dark. You cannot trust anything. It's better to just destroy it for the most part. Battle stations. Lord Captain's orders. Prepare for maneuvering. Shields to max. Engines to max. Fire on the enemy on my mark only. Wait, what is that? Look out. Lord Captain, alert. Another xenos ship inbound. Must be a boarding party. Bridge. What? Where did it come from? Look out. It was hiding nearby. It closed in undetected while we were distracted by the construct. It's right by us. It's aiming for the engines module. Bridge. Lord Captain, emergency. Confirming contact with the enemy ship in this engine area.
You are going to do better with them. In this crude vessel.
Yeah. I have no other option.
Send their souls to the void. Eviscerate them.
In this crude vessel, my ass.
Emblazon our path. Let the Empyrean guide us. Unleash the storm of macro-cannons. Macro-cannons. Annihilate them.
Oh, of course it's on this. Is behind me. Oh. Screwed vessel, my ass. Oh, they can just go through. Oh, wow, please.
Send them into the cold void.
Holy moly.
Chart a course. Unleash your wrath upon my enemies. Emblazon our path.
Should put up the shields. Oh, it's just out of range, bruh. Should have gone for the other one.
Unleash the storm of micro cannons.
Just
Torpedoes! Now!
thank you for getting into perfect position.
Charter course. Let destruction fall forth. Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
Really? This is gonna hurt. Oh, I just need to survive for this one.
Unleash torment.
I shouldn't have done that. This one hurts.
Let the Empyrean guide us. Let the incandescent beam scorch our enemies.
Lord Captain, we have dealt with the void ships of these beasts, but a xenos boarding party has landed on the ship. They are advancing steadily toward the plasma drive. The enforcers are being overrun. They are asking for reinforcements. If we do not help them, this filth will destroy our vessel from the inside.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Cut off the power.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Access received. More Monkey. Look, my kin. They can't wait to die. What's taking so long with the engine? The Monkey are already here. Do not rush me, or we will perish alongside them.
You are but a fleeting flame before my tempest. Are you challenging me, Phil?
Running binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. My vow is vulnerability analysis successful.
For a flesh crafter. I bring agony.
If it serves your cause, I understand your intent. I am not your xenos pet monkey. If I'm not hear you moving,
No more.
What a pleasure. Your last stroke of luck.
This tedium is beneath me.
Let them tremble.
My soul hunger beckons.
Dang, there's quite a few here.
I won't object to it. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
Oh no.
For the throne's glory.
Raw, really?
Naturally.
Brother.
We are the bane of lesser creatures.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Hello.
It will be done. I will do my defensive care of this one. Victory is imminent.
The Emperor is on our side.
Just designate a target.
Make you howl.
Rejoice in battle! I'll do it.
High momentum.
You, my emperor! Doubt is for the weak.
Through chaos, I stride. I need no guidance. I will triumph. I won't waste my time on that.
My place is at the fore.
Purpose guides me. Whispers, guide my hand.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
You call this a strike?
As the Emperor commands, I can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
I will triumph.
Dude, I don't know what to do, man.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Running by natural right.
Of course, it's a mess, bread.
I understand your intent. I am not your xenos pet monkey. If another soul slips beyond the veil. I am not your xenos pet monkey.
Bow to me.
What, really?
Suffering will sustain me.
Get me a target. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it. For the throne's glory.
Get the truth.
High momentum.
I won't object to it.
My revenge will be delectable.
Let's see to it. I'll see our foes obliterated. Naturally.
Still alive, dang.
Let's see to it. Your reckoning is due. Everyone, step aside.
Follow my lead. Indeed. At your beck and call. It will be done. Target well struck. My ears are ringing.
Oh, you attacked him. Stupid, stupid.
I will do my duty.
It's nothing. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
Ruin beckons.
Reduced to dust.
Request approved. The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
Swift and silent. This tedium is beneath me. I am not your xenos pet, monkey. If I must.
You've unleashed my fury.
If it serves your cause.
My artifact is unsurpassed. Yeah.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it. I won't object to it. Vengeance will be swift.
High momentum.
A tactically sound approach. No matter the cost. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call. Indeed. I took care of this one. What advice do you seek?
A man in an officer's uniform is kneeling and scrabbling around in the mess of blood and dirt on the floor. As soon as you draw near, you hear his feverish muttering, "No, no, no. Where is he? Where is my son?" The lower half of the officer's face is grimy with some strange substance, too pale and lumpy to be blood. The officer pays you no attention. His eyes are fixed on the floor. Wait. He's an operational officer from Deck 67-3. Not from one of the local clans, which is why I remember him. He helped me bring up the new recruits from the planet. What is he doing here? Examine the officer's face. You take another step toward the man and peer into his face. Blue veins bulge under his scab-mottled skin, and his bloodshot eyes are darting in every direction, sometimes rolling back into his head so that only the whites are visible. The strange stuff covering the officer's face is lumpy pink slime mixed with blood that is streaming from his disfigured nose. Why are you here and not on your assigned deck? Something shifts in the officer's expression, and the feverish gleam in his eyes goes out. Tactus, my boy. Swamp devils dragged him off. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm looking for my son. The Emperor's valiant guards came to save my boy. I showed them where the swamp devils dragged Tacitus. I led them right here like they asked. They'll make short work of the nest of those beasts, and I'll keep looking for my boy in the meantime. Master, will you help me? The man's face contorts in a monstrous grimace, a mixture of pain, hope, and madness. I'll be damned if this officer has a son. Perhaps he did once, but he embarked without any family in tow. Abelard sighs heavily. He's cracked, the poor wretch. I believe this Monkey is not here by chance. He has been in the clutches of the Dark Ones. His current state may be the bitter fruit of time spent alongside those masters of torment and madness. There are no guards here. You are aboard the rogue trader's vessel and knee-deep in xenos blood entrails. I don't understand. Xenos? What xenos? For an instant, awareness returns to the officer's eyes, and he seems to see his surroundings for the first time. His face slowly stills in horror. Emperor preserve us. The man sneezes, and the lower half of his face is coated anew with the slime streaming from his nose. The officer casts you a pleading look. What is this nightmarish scene? I was leading the Emperor's guards to the swamp devil's nest across the marshlands of my homeworld. But instead of that, I was showing the way to them? He points at the corpses of the xenos with trembling hands. Hallucinations. A heretical mirage. The guards, they weren't very chatty. One of them called me something strange. Bonke, I think? And I heard them talking amongst themselves. Something about seizing the ship. Don't let them through. Through to where? I don't know. Oh, it's coming over me again. I don't know what happened to you, but you led xenos to the very heart of this vessel and almost killed us all. I'm sorry. It's all the xenos' illusions. Even now, I can see the marsh somewhere Tacitus vanished. Just behind you. The man's voice twists in a mask of pain and grief. He coughs violently and slumps forward as though he is falling asleep. Ironclad. Let the officer slip into the hallucination. I think you're here. I think your son is calling you. What? Tacitus? The man laughs weakly, his eyes now fully clouded with madness. Tacitus, my boy. I'm coming. The officer's body slides to the floor and convulses for a time before going still. Despite his agonizing death, the man's face shows no sign of suffering. He had found peace before the end. You bend over the body. Despite the numerous bloodstains on his skin and clothes, the officer had not been seriously wounded. The only noticeable injury is on his face. His nose is disfigured, and a red, slimy substance is streaming from it, staining his mouth and chin. Take the body to the infirmary and try to identify the cause of his madness. That's gonna definitely come back and haunt.
I sense something nearby.
Embrace true power.
The Emperor favors me today.
Oh, she said she would visit eventually. Okay. Taking careful steps, almost without a sound, Irliet examines the study's interior, raising her brows in surprise and muttering something to herself in the Eldari tongue. Before I leap to any conclusions, explain what you are doing here. Irliet turns to you. Why are you asking me this, Elentok? Is this place forbidden? On my craft world, we all held a simple custom. You may set your foot wherever your path requires. Sacred ground was the only exception to this rule. Is there something sacred in this room, Elentok? Irliet looks around the room. I do not think so. For humans, trespassing is akin to an insult. She's probably going to say something like annoying. Like calling me. I don't know. Oh, dude. Did I ever think I would encounter this again after Cruderrock? Irliet laughs sorrowfully. Stiff, meaningless rules and condemnation for overstepping lifeless boundaries. It weighed so heavily upon me back then. But is your entire world contained within this tiny metal cage, Elentok? Your ship, these chambers, they are but a speck of dust, an island, a temporary shelter in a world that is far bigger and more expansive than, well, Enough of that. Now that you are here, I wish to speak with you about our agreement. I've traveled through the veil many times inside your steel-winged bird, and every time her voice torments me, trying to drive me mad. Irilet stares through you, unconsciously touching the spirit stone on her chest with a trembling hand. Her whispers fill my ears. I just watched it last weekend. Her whispers fill my ears each time I enter the warp, inescapable and incessant, poisoning and inflaming every single emotion and thought, making them uncontrollable. I've learned to shut myself off as best I can, just so that I may have the chance to search for what I have lost. And we have managed to find some of the children of Krudarok. I find and bear witness to their horrifying fate. Irilia half closes her eyes. I think that every step I take to discover Krudarok's fate brings nothing but doom to my brothers and sisters. And still, I ask you not to stop. With every cycle, those still hidden in the darkness of the cosmos draw closer to their demise and obscurity. Out of all the Monkey I have met, I thought that you, Alantok, might be able to understand me and my pain. I was not wrong to think so, was I? For a moment, a sad smile flickers on Irilet's face, and her voice rings with agonizing doubt. No matter what, you tried to keep your promise, even if your species loves to stamp out any life form they find undesirable. I remember our agreement, and will fulfill it, just as I promised. Irilet gives you a barely visible nod. Her face is clouded with emotion, but you cannot read her expression. Your words, Alantok, they are something that still gives me hope. Irilet's words are interrupted by a strange and sound similar to a stifled sigh, her gaze trained upon something past you. Turning around, you see what has caught her attention. An odd, unsightly shard of porous material, mounted on the wall like a trophy. An entire kaleidoscope of emotions plays across her face, changing too quickly to catch. She sighs once more, and then her feelings are concealed behind an impenetrable, impersonal mask. What is this, Monkey? Irilet's voice sounds unusually cold. Something has changed. It is as though you have cut yourself off from me. Irilet, what is going on? Irilet looks at you, her eyes devoid of every emotion, every shred of life and warmth that you previously beheld in them. You are observant, Alantok. How unusual. But there is no need to trouble your mind with conjecture. I have inflicted enough of my unbridled feelings upon you, but I am in control again. Enough. I have lingered here too long. From now on, I will avoid entering places you would prefer to keep hidden from me. Seneschal, I want to talk to you for a second.
Lord Captain.
I'd like to know more about you, Seneschal.
As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know?
Tell me about yourself. What were you before you became Theodora Seneschal?
I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No, "I used to be" is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling, the essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium. I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then, that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy, and join the rogue trader's personal capsule. It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse.
Leaving the Imperial Navy is far from easy. Why were you permitted to quit your post?
You could say there was no one among the Naval Command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader. To do so would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora.
Abelard chuckles.
The Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue. The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing, or an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
I don't know. I like you how you are, Abelard. Thank you. I have no more questions.
Of course. Lord Captain.
A warp breach. This time trouble came straight to the bridge. Malodorous mists teeming with swaying nightmarish figures has rolled through the ventilation shafts into the command center. The officers are suffocating from this wave of corruption. There's no time to deliberate, to battle.
What but ashes?
Oh god, no. Not these things again.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. Request denied. Running binary significant value.
Oh my god. Oh no.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. If I must. I understand your intent. This tedium is beneath me.
Oh.
If it serves your cause.
One step closer. Purpose guides me. I need no guidance.
I'll do it.
High momentum.
As the Emperor commands, I act. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak. I can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. I am his will made manifest. As the Emperor commands, what is a prayer? Faith without deeds, pure, cannot escape their fate.
Destiny reshaped.
An exemplary strike! Reduce the dust! What? You a target!
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
The Emperor is on our side.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by faith! Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it.
I need a foothold.
Let's see to it.
Break their morale!
My place is at the fort. At your beck and call.
High momentum.
Weather the storm. Moving out!
My faith strengthens me. Weapon at the ready.
Onward! I must not falter.
Oh no.
Pain cleanses the body.
Explorers know one route. Forward. Request approved. The scriptural process function successfully terminated.
I am not your xenos pet mortal. Inferior vermin.
I will triumph. Ruin beckons.
Better be ineptitude, not malice.
I am not afraid to embrace the revelations that make others shriek and cover. That is the difference between me and ignorant filth.